U.S. gears up for possible long war with China, warns of homeland threats. Pakistan, May 18th, Washington. The United States is preparing for a potential long-term conflict with China, which could directly impact its military bases and even the homeland, senior U.S. officials have warned. The preparation follows rising fears that Beijing may attempt to invade Taiwan by 2027. In a recent briefing at Edwards Air Force Base, Brigadier General Doug Wickert cautioned local leaders that a war with China wouldn't remain overseas. He said areas like California's Aerospace Valley, home to critical aircraft manufacturing, could be early targets. Wickert stressed that the war, if it starts, would have direct consequences for American soil and infrastructure. U.S. officials believe Chinese President Xi Jinping has instructed his military to be ready for an invasion of Taiwan, although no final decision has been made. In response, the Pentagon has begun major defensive upgrades across the Pacific, including rebuilding W-2-era airstrips in the Philippines to increase the resilience of air operations. Furthermore, Guam is being heavily fortified, with over $7 billion allocated for military upgrades. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth described Guam as the tip of the spear in the region, and warned that it could be a prime target for missile strikes in the early stages of a Taiwan conflict. At the same time, the Pentagon is facing major concerns over munitions shortages. Recent strikes in the Middle East and a lack of domestic missile production have depleted key weapon stocks. Senior military leaders have warned that current reserves may not be enough to sustain a prolonged fight with China. With tensions rising, U.S. commanders continue to stress deterrence through strength. However, they admit that China's growing military power is eroding America's advantage. Officials now say the country must urgently increase weapons production and strengthen its logistics to prepare for a possible large-scale war in the Indo-Pacific.